Hello, everyone. Welcome to our July Tech Bite. Uh, got a cool one today. Um, what we're going to do is we're going to set up live a new environment of Harmony SASE internet access and install it on a machine and test it out real quick. The idea here is that like a use case would be we have users, they're all over the place. They're traveling from here to there, flying to this country and that, or this state and this state. They're all over the place. We need to secure their machines so they browse to the sites that we want them to browse to, and don't browse to the ones that we do not want them to browse to. So, with that in mind, I'll get started. Here in front of us, we have the Infinity portal. I'm sure you're familiar with that if you've been watching these tech bites. Um, this is in the Harmony SASE section over here. I did do the background work. So there's like a couple minutes worth of background work where you get the license set up, get the server spun up. So I did do that beforehand. It's like 5 total minutes of work, but there is a wait time that you have to wait for it to get spun. So I didn't want to, include that here. So, but here's a fresh tenant, fresh server. It's sitting here ready to go, nothing on it. And so we're going to begin there. So what we're going to start with to get our internet access set up quickly for this user that is going wherever, we need to build a policy. Now, out of the box, the Harmony SASE has two pre-built rules which are not turned on. You'll see. Um, we're going to block malicious sites, and these are the categories that it's going to block: botnets, spyware, phishing, anonymizers, etc. Again, another rule is pre-configured: block risky sites, pornography, gambling, hacking, so on. Right? Um, these are not turned on by default, but they are here ready to go for you. And I'm going to go ahead and turn them on. I'm also going to add a new rule. Let's say we will block streaming sites, and our source will be any. Our destination will be, we'll just do the whole category of streams, media streams. We don't want those, I guess. And the action will be drop. We go ahead and enable logging so we can see it later. But let's say we do want to allow Netflix. Netflix. So again, our source will be any. Our destination, choosing the applications, Netflix. And you can actually see here in these pre-built objects, the applications, we have a little bit of information about them for you so that if you want to make sure you're looking at the right Netflix, or whatever, that you got the right one, right? So if we press the plus button, just to show you super quick, if you go to something like Facebook, for example, Facebook's got those different apps associated with it. So you see there's like different pieces of Facebook here, right? Just as an example. Okay, so we go ahead and apply that change. We're going to allow Netflix, but I want to put a warn just so I could show you the little warning message. And we'll also turn logging on for that one. You could put a rule to block and allow any websites you want. You could do them by domain. You could do them by categories, as we've done here. You could do them a couple different ways. One thing you must do is you build this policy, you must turn on the web filtering. If you don't click this switch here, even though you wrote this nice policy up, it won't actually do anything. So we go ahead and enable it, and we hit apply. And when you apply, it shows you the changes you made, right? So we made a new rule to allow Netflix. We made a new rule about blocking streaming sites. We changed the status of the rules for those pre-configured ones to on off. So let's go ahead and apply, and you see very quickly it's updated my my policy here. So that's the first big piece, right? Now we have to apply it to our team members, right? So what do? We go to team up here on the left and go to members. Um, Now I want to point out that if you have Active Directory or some other directory service, you're going to tie it to here. It's going to have all these people in here, all the groups from your AD will come over to here, all that stuff. It makes it much simpler than what we're going to actually do here. But let's say that you didn't have AD, or perhaps this person that you're going to provision is not within your AD. You know, they're maybe like a contractor or something, right? Um, so we go ahead and invite members, right? We will use my other Gmail here. Yeah, you could customize this message however you'd like. We go ahead and invite the members, and the invitation request was sent. Okay, so now let's go over to my virtual machine. And we see we have an email that says, welcome to Harmony SASE, right here. And it says we've been invited to join this team here. How do we get started? We click the confirmation link. Once we click that, and again, this portion, if you have AD or whatever, this is already done for you, right? You don't have to do this part, but this person has to register because he's not part of a directory. So let's give him a fun name. Maybe we can call him, I don't know, Homer Simpson. Simpson. Oh, Simpson. We give him a password, and I am not going to do that. Give him a password. And you see if I scroll down, you got to hit all these different uh, factors here. So let's try this one. There we go. And we submit. Go away. So he went ahead, he signed up. Let's start browsing securely. We can download the client for Windows. So let's do that. We download. The download finishes. It's not a very large file. We go ahead and run it. Uh, that's Windows Defender there. I'm not worried about that. Yes, go ahead. We're going to accept the license agreement. I definitely read through the entire thing. Because this is a lab, there's a couple dependencies that this lab is not going to have. Um, most of your active actual computers are going to have them here. There you go. So we got through that. The app is launching itself. Yes, it gives us a nice little story about what it does. We could read about. So if we go ahead and sign in, let's do it with Chrome for now. Now, one thing that happened while we were installing, a new email came in, and it said, "Hi, Homer, welcome to Harmony SASE." Uh, and it gave us our details, our login details, right? Your account details, the workspace, very important, is this. So let's go back over here, put that in the workspace name. Continue. Very good. And then again, our email address, which I'll just copy because it's easier than typing it. Wants me to set up two-factor authentication to make myself even more secure. By default, it uses the Google Authenticator. You can use other ones, but let me go ahead and set that up. So I'm popping my phone open, logging that in. You got to enter the code. Hit the next button. Oh, waited too long, I guess. There we have it. So, and we could go ahead and click always open this. We have to keep seeing this. Open SASE. So it's authenticating. We are connected and secure internet access is on. And it actually it shows you right here that it installed the newest version. So we're all good with that. Okay, so we have hopefully established our secure browsing. Now to test it out, let's see about uh we said we would allow Netflix. So let's try hulu.com. Web page is blocked. So you see we blocked that category for web streams. And as you see right here in this page, access has been blocked in accordance with the company policy to hulu.com. And you can customize this screen, right? To show what you want. You can have your own logo on it, stuff like that, to make this a little bit nicer for you. So as you see, Harmony Sassy's blocked us from Hulu. Now remember, we did say to allow Netflix with a warning. So let's see what we get here. Netflix.com. Click it. Slightly different page here. This access to this is not secure or is not in accordance with your company policy. If you believe this is there, blah, blah, but you can proceed to site, right? And again, you could change this message to say whatever it is that you want it to say. But we go ahead and click proceed to site. And now here we are at Netflix. That rule, the other rules, the pre-defined ones, they were supposed to block gambling, I believe. So let's try that one. Yes, okay, sorry about that. Yeah, see right here, 777.com has been blocked. So that's working as well. So as you can see, it's very easy to set up um, secure internet access. It literally took us, I don't know how long this has been going, just a few minutes, right? Um, let's see, zoom again. So what I was going to say, the other thing I wanted to show you was our logs. So let's go back to the Infinity portal. Now, as you see, since that user registered himself, he's now in here as Homer Simpson, right? Um, and also his device is in here, right? We know what machine he uses here, okay? And we know a little bit about it. You can turn on um, device posture if you wish, and you can learn a little bit about how much this is a healthy machine, not healthy machine based on the parameters you set in there. But the thing I wanted to look at here and show you is our logs. So we should be able to see in just a second. It spins. There we go. Here's our logs. Let's actually refresh those. Because it's showing from a previous time I did this. A little slower than usual. Interesting. So here's our logs. Here's what they look like. Um, if we look, we can see, hey, here's the the resource we tried to reach. Here's info about our tos and our froms and our ports, right? What rule was triggered? We see a little bit of info on the right about the machine itself, its gambling category, and so on. Um, that's our logs. They look very similar to your typical checkpoint logs um, that we're pretty familiar with. This one should be the Netflix. Yep. So here's Netflix, right? This was when it asked, right? And the rule, of course, was allow Netflix like we had listed there, right? So we can kind of see some basic log information. Um, it's very cool. So that's the bulk of what I wanted to show you. I know it kind of was quick, but I think that was kind of the point anyway, was to show that we can um, go ahead and enable safe internet access very quickly with Harmony SASE. And the nice thing is that wherever this user goes now on this machine, they will have secure internet access. And you can even set up a like a proof, a point of presence. I mean, a pop um, in another location if you're finding that there might be latency or something like that because they're, you know, in another part of the world. But that's the flexibility and the quick setup and the speed of the product. Uh, okay, definitely appreciate everybody's time, um, and I really appreciate you guys checking this out. We'll be back next month with another tech bite, and look forward to seeing you then. Thank you.